Hello and welcome to episode 5 of Firewatch. My limited research into the duration of this game makes me confident to say this is the final episode. I just don't know how long it's going to be because I have no idea what is going to unfold in episode 5. That has never been more true after the events at the end of episode 4 when we broke into the mysterious monitoring station and looked around and found stuff. I'm confused because the stuff we discovered, things don't add up. Let me explain what I'm saying. I was convinced that Delilah and I were the subject of a surveillance program. We were being listened to, watched and followed, and government-funded, university-run, behavioural science was going on. And we were the subjects, we were the lab rats. Why had they picked us? Because we do these weird jobs that keep us cut off from humanity for long periods of time, secluded, isolated in our watchtowers. We're in the wilderness, we're all on our own. It's spooky. And I think they were studying to see how it gets to you over time, this kind of environment. So they've watched our relationship and how it's changed, how we interact. They've seen how we respond to stressful situations. All that information has been collected and documented. And when I get into the tent and go to the table, there is a dossier that supports this, with intimate details about Delilah and myself and how we've behaved over the last few months. It all fits perfectly. It's very accurate. It self-supports. That's the theory. Except it all falls apart because we go outside the tent and look around, and this is a soil research station, isn't it? It's got a lattice of wires on the floor dividing the ground up into squares. There are instruments around the place. Delilah's already told me that the university sends groups of students and others up into the mountains to do just this sort of environmental research. And that mysterious radio tower that I got fed up about and didn't quite know what it was, I needn't have worried, because if this station isn't personed all the time, then many of these instruments will be autonomous. They'll automatically be collecting information about what's going on in the soil and the environment around them and sending it off by radio to the university for the students and others to study. It all makes perfect sense. Unless this is a massive red herring, this is a soil research station. So what's a folder of information about myself and Delilah doing on the desk in a soil research station, unless this is a massive cover-up and the scientists really are involved in some dark arts around myself and Delilah? Then that's incongruous. How did that folder get there? If it's not the scientists, who put it there? And more importantly, how? I had to break the lock to get into this place to look around. Does whoever did it have a key and they can come and go as they please? And when I first got into the tent, something else. The papers were dishevelled on the desk. They were in disarray. Some of them were on the floor. Also, there were mugs that had been dropped on the ground. I pick up the tracking device. I go outside, thinking it's going to lead me off into the forests to some dark, mysterious place where I'll discover goodness knows what. It does no such thing. It turns me round and brings me back to the tent. And actually to the table in the tent. And I pick up the transmitting unit, which disturbs the papers, and I discover the folder. See where I'm going here? Was I supposed to find that folder? Is this the lake all over again to some degree? Yes, I got clobbered on the head at the lake with the incident with the clipboard and the radio, but was I meant to read this folder and furthermore share its contents with Delilah? Because it freaked her out and it freaked me out too. Is that what whoever left it there was aiming for? And then the Walkman, which I discover taped to the outside of the door of my watchtower when I get back. Someone's recorded Delilah and my conversation. They're not listening to our radios now, remember, because we've got new radios. So the person was nearby when they recorded it. And they heard Delilah speculate about perhaps we should burn the station down. And then 2 minutes later, the station does burn down. And it's as if this person has seized an opportunity hearing what Delilah said, and now they're using it to leverage us, to threaten us for being framed for the destruction of the station. It's almost a blackmail. It's a pressure that's being applied. They're trying to scare us. They want to frighten us. And I think the purpose is to get us to leave our posts and desert the park, go away and be out of the place. Now that's my thinking about what happened because of when we broke into the camp. There's a little bit more to do with the missing persons list. I thought the teenage girls, and maybe Mitch Michaels too, were being held prisoner inside the camp behind the fence. Turns out they're not. So where are they? They are still missing. It's possible, like the other missing people on that list that I discovered, that some horrible thing has naturally befallen them. It's just a coincidence that it has happened. It does happen. The list proves that. But if it's not that, then where are they? Because they're still missing. And I still don't know who it was that knocked me out down at the lake or why they did it. I don't know who the guy was with the torch that was following me through the canyon in episode 1. I don't know who it was torched my lookout tower. I don't know why Delilah hasn't heard from Ned Goodwin and his son Brian, who she spoke about, but didn't really she befriended them, but she didn't really resolve what had happened to them. Nor did she resolve what happened to Ron and Dave, actually, whose notes I keep finding. I don't know who cut the phone line. I don't know why the girls' camp was trashed, or by whom. And to add insult to injury, the firemen who I went to find, who could help me, I followed them all the way up here because they came up to the station to protect it from the threat of fire, and there's no sign of them. All the way through episode 4, the paranoia grew. I have this feeling I'm like a puppet and someone's pulling the strings, and they're still doing it. The tracking device has now led me to a rucksack. I pick the rucksack up and an alarm goes off. What? As far as I can work out, there can only be two purposes to that alarm. One would be to scare off someone who was not meant to find the rucksack and pick it up. But the other would be to alert a person nearby to the fact that the rucksack had been located. All the time through this game, I have a feeling I'm meant to find things. I'm meant to find the rucksack. I'm meant to find the key within it that leads to the locked off gate in cave 452, I think it was, that I discovered very early on in one of the early episodes when I was exploring. It's a breadcrumb trail. Am I sensible in following it though? Or should I start thinking to myself, am I walking into a trap? Darn it, this game, it got so dark. And I just can't fathom which of these explanations is the right one and why. Well, there's only one way we're going to clear ourselves, Delilah and I, of being framed, and that is if I go caving, by the looks of it. Shall we move on? The final episode, episode 5, Firewatch. Oh man, I hope I'm ready for this.
No, it's not because I'm hungover.
Oh, okay.
Someone claiming to be Henry in Two Forks called a lookout in another sector early this morning and said that I knew what caused the Wapiti Meadow fire. So I just got off the horn with that lookout who's wondering what I know, or that I'm an arsonist, or that I'm fucking losing it.
Oh God,
Furthermore, I bet you don't have the only tape of us from last night, so someone has evidence to back it up.
Delilah's losing it.
What someone's been keeping in that cave.
That's where I'm going to go. Yes,
We don't
the
have a lot of
cave.
time left out here, and if we don't find some fucking answers, when they lift us out of here, it's gonna be in handcuffs.
Do you know, all this time that I've been here, I don't think I've used my Osborne fire locator once. Let's stick together.
We have to stick together, okay? Keep our story straight. From the
Come on,
first day
Delilah.
with those girls to the person breaking in on our conversation, everything. We got to be honest and consistent.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
He is right. Yeah, listen to him. And somebody put a battery in that clock. It's driving me nuts. Right. Pack. Just pack, Henry. You've got your axe. I presume we've still got the wave locator thing effort. I'm so ready for this. I'm not sure Henry is. I just... Oh, look at this. This fire's getting more intense, isn't it? Look at the smoke now. It's everywhere. That's going to impede our visibility, isn't it? It's a good job we've got a map and a compass, Henry. So we use them straight away to work out where we're supposed to be going. Yeah, it's pretty grim out there. I want the map, Henry. Henry, I want the map. Where's the map, Henry? There we go. We're out. We're going the wrong way already. We need to turn round on ourselves and go to the left. So we'll go back up here. And kind of face this way. And that maybe should have us now on the right path. Let's just check it and see. We'll go past the toilet. Quick check of the map. Yeah, we're now on the right one. Intercept that path, follow it all the way down to K452. Let's go. Put everything down. Run. And we're away. That generator's amazing. It's caused us no difficulties all the time we've been using it. Who wouldn't want one of those? Hope we've come the right way here. I think we have. We can drop down here. That's fine. Do it. I think there's more than one way of doing this, and I don't mind which one we take. The thought of going into that cave, on the other hand, not so keen. We're being steered. We're being manipulated. These are the breadcrumbs. Can you see them? Everywhere you look, there's a breadcrumb. Someone's pushing buttons here, Henry.
You didn't actually make that call, right?
Nope.
To the other lookout?
Of course not.
Just stuck in my craw. I let myself imagine how fucked I would be if you'd been lying to me.
Well, the thought had crossed my mind too.
I just wish I hadn't.
Yeah, I wondered about you, actually. I'm not even going to answer that.
I'm not even going to answer that.
No.
But you could be lying to me too, you know.
Yes.
I'm not.
Yeah? I hope not.
You know what? Forget I asked.
Ah, here we are. This is K452, isn't it? I think I probably... Yes, it is K452. Do you know I got the number right? I actually remembered the number. These caves are closed. On the other hand, I have a key. Gulp. Let's do it. Go on, Henry. Take the key with you. Henry. Don't leave the key there. Oh, he's got the key. Good. Well done, well done, well done. We're in the unlocked off part of the cave.
What the hell?
What was that? Oh, great. I can't unlock it from this side. Report it.
Delilah, someone locked me in the cave. Is this thing working? Delilah, send someone to the cave, please!
Shouting will not help, Henry.
Reception.
No, that's what I mean. Oh. They were following me again from the minute... They must have been watching me in the watchtower. They observed me leave the watchtower. They followed me down here. Where in the name of heck am I? I'm guessing I'm not supposed to... That's a long way down.
Jesus, this is a big cave.
Yes, isn't it? Long steep drop. Oh, hang on. What did that say? Loose rocks use Pulaski. That's what it's called, my axe. Use my Pulaski. Good work, Henry. We're going to get out of here, aren't we? No. Oh, yeah, maybe. Maybe. Or should I have gone down the long drop? I'm glad to see the diet's not put too much weight on over the time you've been in the caves. Oh, this is going deeper. Oh, crikey. I've got to remember my way back. There are no landmarks. There are no Oh, wow. There are no landmarks to be had here. Whoa. We're not supposed to go down there, are we? Let's just keep going this way, Henry. Keep going forwards.
Freezing in here.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. It looks it. It's all sort of misty and vapoury, isn't it? We're not missing any clues here, are we? I think it's just a cave sort of thing. Hey, good news. Oh no, hey, bad news. There is light there and we can't climb. We can't climb it. Oh God, there's drops left, right and centre here. Oh, Henry. No. We ain't going down there. Let's just stick in a forward direction because then it makes it easier to remember if we have to go backwards on our self. This is a dead end. This is a... Oh no, it's not. That's a climb up. Alright. Oh God, I'm going to be so lost if we have to come back this way. Hang on. I just want to go that way. Climb up. And keep going this way. There's nothing in here. It's just a cave. It was a cave. Yes! Freedom! Life! Good work, Henry. Mind yourself dropping down there. It's a long drop down. You can't come back this way. And we're going to report it.
Hey, are you there?
Yeah, what is it? What did you find?
Oh, she wasn't ignoring me.
Yet, because someone tried to trap me in there.
You saw someone?
No, someone
What?
slammed the gate behind me and then ran away. I found another way out, but if I hadn't, Jesus!
So you didn't find anything?
Not a sausage.
No, there's a spot where someone had sunk an anchor, but the hardware's gone now.
I don't have any climbing equipment.
I just have my ropes. I'm gonna hike back to Two Forks and see if I can find anything that could double as an anchor to use in the spot.
Well, that doesn't sound dangerous.
I missed that completely. There was an anchor point down there. I'm going to hike back to Two Forks. Am I? I don't even know where I am. I don't think I've been here before. I'm going to need a map. So I'm going to run this way a little bit, which you have to run a little bit for it to establish which direction you're travelling in. Then you can look on your map. And when you zoom in, the little dotties say, you're going the wrong way. Yeah, right. So I need to turn around, literally, go back this way. Can I climb up there? Maybe. Let's look on the map again. Well, at least we're going the right way now, but it's saying turn... Oh, that's the cave, that's why. Yeah, we can't go back up there. Unless we can go this way. Put those down a minute, let's try this. How climbable is this? It's not. It isn't climbable at all. Let's go over to this side and have a look. Nothing. So it's got to be this way. I'm engaging run mode. Nothing. Can't climb up over those. We can go up here. This looks... Oh, good grief.
Delilah, I just found an outcropping that someone was using as a little fort. I think it was Brian Goodwin.
Really?
Yeah,
How would you...
He built himself a real castle.
How would you know? Oh, you mean a child did this? Oh. Oh my God, what was he doing up here?
Brian was doing a science fair project about bouncing radio waves off of a meteor shower.
Poor kid left his homework?
Yeah. He must have been pretty smart, huh?
Yeah, sharper than a lot of the grown-up knuckleheads I'm used to, yeah.
Are you saying I'm a
You're saying
knucklehead?
I'm one of those knuckleheads, is that it?
Cheers.
I wasn't, but, now that I think about it...
Because I know lots of stuff.
Oh, please, drown me in your surplus of knowledge. I've been waiting all these years for a man as wise as you to take this job.
Well, that wait's over, sweetheart.
Call me sweetheart again, and you'll use that big sexy brain of yours to fill out your unemployment paperwork.
Sorry, boss.
Brian's dad was in the army. That's interesting. Do you know what? I'm going to keep this. Why not? There's an awful lot of stuff here. We're going to need to look at this stuff. That's a rock. That we don't need to look at. I'd rather talk about the school folder.
I found an old school folder. Brian was a hell of a doodler.
He was. He was very good at art. And you can see the sorts of things he was into. I don't think we need to keep hold of that, but we will. Is there any limit to how much stuff I can hold here? Oh, video game toy. What about the old pillow? Let's report that.
He made the place pretty comfy, too.
That's an achievement.
Yeah, at the expense of what are probably stolen pillows.
That little shit.
It's a little weird that he'd just leave so much of his stuff out here.
That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe they were in a hurry when they left. Like I said, he wasn't supposed to be out here.
Yeah.
They almost got busted. Brian liked to go out on the railing of the tower and wave at the planes that dump water on fires, and I got a call because someone thought a kid was up in Two Forks. I lied, and just said it was Ned. If I ratted him out, they would have been forced to leave, and I don't know, I guess I just felt like I was saving him from whatever shitty life Ned was going to bring him back to. Not that it ended up mattering.
That's really interesting. So Ned was in the lookout tower thing, and his son wasn't supposed to be with him. And obviously was spending the summer with him out there, which explains probably why Brian wandered off and did stuff like this, because he got bored.
There's a busted old toy out here, some sort of electronic game.
Yeah? I like Pong.
Everybody likes Pong.
Gosh, Brian had everything he loved out there.
Yes, he did. And he didn't finish
He was
this.
in the middle of really sprucing up the joint when they left.
It's weird that he would leave so much of this stuff behind if he knew they were leaving, unless they left in a real hurry. It's an old paint can. We don't need to report that. Fortress wall.
Bunch of rocks stacked up. He made a wall and a perimeter.
God. Yeah, that's perfect.
You know, maybe he made it because he was afraid of them.
Whenever I think of Brian possibly going through this crap, I get sick to my stomach.
Oh God, is this what happened to them?
Sorry.
Is this what happened to Brian and Ned? The stuff that's been happening to us? There's a banner. GS. Put that down. We don't need to carry it. And it looks like some of the books that we've been finding randomly in the boxes. Yeah, put that one down. Oh, he's into comics. Oh. Okay, Brian. You can't be all bad. Put it down. What else is there anything else here? Is there anything else? Yes, there is. A hand-drawn schematic. What is it? Oh!
You remember that pack I found?
Back on your second day? Yeah.
I found a plan Brian drew about how he was going to get it back.
Oh, I'm sure it was quite elaborate.
It's some Wile E. Coyote stuff.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? But it looks like it would have worked, although where he was going to get the rope spool a 1-ton weight and all that stuff from, I have no idea. Do you know what? I think we'll keep hold of that, because it's kind of evidential for what he was doing out here. We've seen the old pillow. So look, alright, this isn't what I was looking for, because I was looking for a way of getting back to Two Forks, although I might actually have just found it. This could be it. Oh, is this another one of those? I can't go that way. There's no cracked rock possibly used by climbers. Yeah, but I can't use it because I've got nothing to do anything with. Oh, unless I go back to... Oh, I can't go back to Two Forks that way. Hang on. Hang on. Let me just pop back this way. And now we'll have a look on the map again. Right, map. I need some help. You're suggesting to me I'm going the rightish, wrongish way. I can get back if I go way over to my right. Way over to my right. Like this, maybe. Put that down. Let's try this. Can we climb up here? we cannot. I'm going to, if I spend any more time wandering around aimlessly here, I will pause out this until I find the correct route out, and then I'll restart it. So I'm just going to make a mental note of the time on my little time device. I've done that. Okay, so I'm back in the hideout, and I've decided anything that says I can pick it up, I'm going to pick it up. Because that's not something I did entirely when I was here last time. Can't pick the seat cushion up. Homemade. Got it. There's some stuff underneath it. Oh. Report it.
There's a ham radio schematic here, something Brian was working on.
Yeah, I think that was the one thing Ned did do with him. Tinkering on stuff like that.
Interesting. What else do we have? Let's report the nerdy document.
There's some grade A dork contraband here.
You found his pocket protector?
No, it's D&D.
Yes, a data sheet for one Gladius Silva, half-elf armor 7.
Classic wizards and wyverns.
Yes, wizards and wyverns. Okay. Right. And a postcard.
There's also a postcard here from Brian to, I guess, his neighbor.
What's it say?
That he's with his dad and sorry he can't mow his lawn this summer.
Oh, gosh.
And also he was worried his dad didn't know when school started. I'd say that's a lucky break if I were him.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Ned didn't really seem like a, with it dad.
All right. Put 2 and 2 together. I'm going to keep that postcard. Putting 2 and 2 together. Oh, yes! Hang on. Note to Ranger. Let's read this first. Let's report it.
He also stole his dad's climbing equipment. His anchors.
That's convenient.
Yeah, it is. I think he was going to hide them in a cash box or something and never got around to it. I mean, he left a note for a ranger to find them and send them back to Nebraska.
Nebraska.
Because he hated climbing?
Yeah. It sounds like Ned was pushing him, and pretending to lose his anchors was the easiest way to put a stop to it.
I hope it worked. God, what an asshole.
We're going to read this.
Man, that is the sort of thing that would have caused me to catch a beating growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't put it past old Ned.
Dear Ranger, hi, my name is Brian Goodwin. If you found this note, it should be with a bunch of climbing anchors, I hope. Could you do me a favour and return them to me, Brian Goodwin, in the mail? My address is 55 Foxtrot Lane, North Platte, Nebraska, 69101. If you tell me your name and address, I will give you a reward for this. You're probably wondering why I left these here. Well, they're my dad's, and I don't want him to lose them, but I don't want to do any more climbing on this trip, so I thought I should pretend to lose them. But if you help me get them back, everyone will be happy. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Ranger Brian. P.S. The reward will be good. I'm going to keep that note. But most importantly, this is what I was looking for. This is why I can't get down the slope. I've got a bunch of pitons now. Good. I'd literally spent 5 minutes wandering around looking at every rock face back in that glade, and then I thought, well, it must be up here. The clue must be in the camp. Yes, it was. And the axe, of course. It all now makes sense. It's not from defending us from the zombies that live out here in the woods. Excellent. No, we won't climb that, but we might need another...
What do you think is in there?
I don't know. Oh yeah, I'm going to be dark here.
Probably something that will kill me. So, just sort of getting myself right with God or whatever there is.
Henry...
They closed the door when they could have just...
bashed your head in with a rock or chopped you up with a...
True.
Serious with this shit right now?
A hatchet. God, are you sure you want to go back in there?
Yeah, we've got to find out what's there.
I just want to know. I want to know what is worth doing.
Yes.
Everything that's been done to us.
Exactly.
Yeah, me too. And not going to jail would be a nice kicker.
Yeah, you got it. I'm just going to point in a direction so that I can see the map. The map. the map. Thank you, game. So I know where the heck it is we're going. The kids' hideout is there. Explore deeper into the cave. I need to get across to that path and go back to cave 452. Is that correct? I need to go to the left as we're looking at this. Put that down. But there's a sheer rock face here, so that's not going to happen in a hurry, is it? There's got to be another way out. Oh, hang on, where's this? Where is this? Where is this? Haven't been here. That's where I just came down. Alright, let's go this way. It's got to be this way. It's a roundabout way of doing it. There's the telegraph lines. There's a... Ooh. Is this facing the right way? Because we're heading into smoke. Is this facing the right... Yes, it is facing the right way. Alright, long drop down. Mind that fir tree at the bottom. Make a nice little Christmas tree. Yep, you. When you grow up. If you grow up. The way this...
Also...
What?
Those girls turned up. Looks like you didn't kill them. Nobody did.
Yes!
They took some farmer's tractor for a joyride down in Riverton and landed in jail.
Ah, good. I mean, well, good that not good that they landed in jail, but good that they're not dead is really what I mean. Yeah.
I wonder if they know anything. If there's some way to ask them about whatever happened at their camp.
Yes. Good point.
I think we'd be smart to let sleeping dogs lie.
Really?
You're probably right.
I would like to know, though. It's me out here, you know, Delilah. I keep saying this. I'm the one who's out here. You're back in the comfy, warm lookout tower, directing operations, and I've just come to a dead end. Need some mappage. Give me the map. Where are we? We're on the path, but facing the wrong way now. So turn around. It's this way. Have we just got to go underneath that? Is that all it was? Or over the top of it? Can we climb it? Put that down. We cannot climb it. There must be some other way of climbing up here. Shouldn't there be a rope there? Look. There's a point there with like suggesting there should be a rope, and we can't use it because we haven't been that way. Oh, cool, crikey, blimey, what are we meant to do, game? Help. The fire's getting closer. The smoke's getting thicker. Let's go back this way and see if there's... What was that? That's Delilah's tower, wasn't it? Just came up on the thing. Thoroughfare, whatever it's called, tower. How about this one? Mind out the way. It gets to you after a while, this smoke. Right, we'll go back a little further. And we'll climb up this way. I don't mind. Beg pardon. Explore deeper into the cave. I shall when I can find the cave. Need to go around that. I should have the map and the tracker out constantly, it looks like. So, Ned sounds like he'd sort of run away from society a little bit, bringing his son into the wilderness. He took the job possibly for a similar reason to myself and to Delilah. And he brought his son with him. No wife. Or at least she didn't come on the trip. How do we get down here? Suggesting this way. Alright, we'll go this way, I don't mind. In which case... Why did he desert his post? He didn't leave the park then. What on earth? I'm right on top of this. It's a dead thing. Oh, it's a deer. A dead elk, rather.
I've got a dead elk out here. It's torn up something good.
You think it got wise to a government program?
Delilah, don't joke about things like that.
This elk is wearing a tracking collar.
It is.
The wave receiver picked it up.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's numbered.
Makes sense.
Maybe they were just tracking elk.
They were tracking elk at that site. Maybe they were doing exactly what they said they were.
Yes.
Delilah.
Yeah.
She's gone again.
There was lots of equipment there. I mean, they could have been up to a lot, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I said.
They could be.
They could. Delilah. Delilah. Yeah, all right. We've seen that. We need some direction. Literally, we need some direction. Yeah, that's just the wires and the telegraph. Explore deeper into the cave. I have got to go back onto there and turn to the right. This way. Check the map again. Are we now... We've disappeared. No, we're not. There we are. We are now proceeding in the correct way. And then we come to this fork in the path and we need to turn to our right and go this way. Like this. Where are we now? Yep, we're heading correctly back towards K452. Put those down for a minute and let's jog. Brian doesn't seem to have liked spending too much time around his dad. If his dad was encouraging to do pursuits that Brian wasn't interested in, Brian seems more sort of, I don't hesitate to say introverted, but you know what I mean by that? The outdoor stuff didn't appeal to him to the same degree. I think we're now going in the right direction again. I will stop and check. Map. Are we heading towards K452? Kind of. We've gone off the path. The path is to our right. It's over here. This is the path. Here is the path. Okay, let's just keep going on this again and see where it gets us to. Check that map again. All looking good. Still looking good. Delilah's really lost the plot a little here, and I can understand why, because I feel sort of the same way. We're going to have to climb over this. Put it down while you do it. Right, we have now got back into the cave. We know where this is. That's the box. Here's the cave. We're going in. We're not going in. We are going in. Right. I want answers this time. Oh, it's dark. Didn't I used to have a torch? Okay, and the sound effects aren't helping. Oh, 452. Use the key. Alright. At least I know I can get out this time if somebody shuts the gate behind me. Do you think I'm still being followed? Are they still watching me, whoever it is? The stuff about the government research station now makes more sense. I think it is a legitimate government research station. I'm more than ever convinced that those notes that were on the table were nothing to do with what they were doing. I still don't understand how they got there. That's by the by. Also, I think I need to look around more. Let's drive a piton into this cracked rock with our Pulaski. And then we can repel. My language. Thanks, this game. You've taught me all these outdoor terms, which I didn't know. Whenever I see an axe now, I'm going to call it a Pulaski. And people will look at me gone out. It's all because of this game. Everything I needed to learn about life, I learned by playing this game. Alright, I came down here for what purpose? There's nothing here. Oh, wait a minute, there is. Hang on, what did that say? There's light up there, which we know because that's where we... Oh, there's a passage. They're going to find my bones, aren't they, in a few years down here? Okay. Climb up. What was I saying about your diet, Henry? I hope you don't have to squeeze through any tiny spaces down here. I bet he's been eating like a champion during his time. Oh, this is a drop down. Does this mean I can't come back this way? I think it does. Alright, gulp, here we go. Doesn't say long. Oh, we can come back this way. Right. And another. Do it again, Henry. I'm not looking round as much as I should here. I'm going to start looking round. We're going deeper and deeper into this cave. Oh man, this is, that will never be found. The remains of Henry. What? Oh.
Ah, shit.
Oh my God.
You fell. Your stuff gave out. Oh, you poor fucking kid.
This is Brian. This is Brian. Oh, we can't report it. We've got no radio down here. Ah. Let's look around. We'll step over the body gingerly. Oh. Oh, God. And a ton of rocks landed on his head as well. So I'm guessing he came down this steep shaft. This is his father. Not taking no for an answer. Oh, and Brian had taken the pitons and hidden them as well. So they climbed without the right equipment. Is that what the suggestion is here? His father insisted they were going to carry on anyway. And this. Oh, God. I will climb out of this cave, but first I'm just going to go this way a little bit because it goes this way a little bit. So Brian dies in a climbing incident in the park. So where's his father? What happened to Ned? Did he die too? Where are we going? Where are we going, game? I'm not. I can tell you now, I'm not going all the way down here. I can't go all the way down there. Hang on a minute. Whoa. This place is dangerous. I am going to climb out. I'm going to go back and climb out. Yeah, this looks familiar. This is the way we came in last time. All right, let's go back. Gingerly. At speed. So Brian died in some sort of climbing incident. His father insisted on continuing to go climbing, even though Brian had hidden the pitons that he thought were essential for them to do it. His father insisted, no, we're going to go climbing anyway. This happens. Brian's dead, clearly, beyond medical help. What was the point of summoning anybody? He's clearly not going to make it. And he's been there for a while. How long ago was this? Steep shaft. It said climb out. Didn't it say climb out? Can I not climb out? It's not saying I can climb out now. Why is this? It's not letting me step over the body again. I've seen the broken climbing gear. Do you know what I could do here? Do you know what I could do? I could take a picture. I think I should. I mean, it's a bit ghoulish, but it's evidence, isn't it? You know? Poor Brian. Oh, poor Brian. He didn't deserve that, did he? We're going to have to go this way because it looks like this is the way out now. Where's Ned? What happened to Ned? Everything you see in the cave now you think is some sort of secret sign that someone's put there. It's got some hidden meaning. I just want out of this place and in a hurry. But hang on, someone shut the gate behind me, didn't they, when I first came into the cave? So someone else knows what's in the cave. So maybe Ned's not dead. Why the heck would Ned shut me in the cave? Oh, man. Okay, this is our way out, clearly. Climb. Climb. Climb for all you're worth, Henry. Henry, climb. Good work. I hope it's the way out. I hope it's not a dead end. No, it looks right. It looks okay. It looks like we're going to make it. Which is more than you can say for poor Brian. Oh, and he was a nerdy kid too. I mean, his interests weren't this sort of thing at all, were they? That wasn't him. He didn't want to do this outdoor stuff. It sounds like he had to go with his father. When his father decided for whatever reason he was going to run away and become a fire warden, and we can all sympathise with that, poor Ned just got caught up in the aftertow and had to go with him. Long drop down. We're back at the gate, which is open. We don't need to go that way because we've been that way. We can go this way, and we know we can climb out here. Climb it and get on that radio quickly. So my theory now is that Ned's still alive. Ned's not dead. He's not a dead Ned.
Hey, D.
There you are. I've been worrying my ass off.
Tell her to sit and... Tell her to call search and rescue.
You need to call search and rescue.
What?
There's a body in the cave. It's Brian Goodwin.
Gotta be fucking kidding me.
No, I'm not.
What? I don't... How?
Climbing, I think, or made to look like a climbing accident.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're so suspicious, Henry. Oh. Do you think it was an accident? Oh, God, now I'm...
Left him out here.
Oh, well, it spent too long.
He left his son.
I waited too long. You should have sold someone. Yeah, you should.
You should have told someone he was out here.
Yes.
Just stop. Okay, I know.
It's not safe, is it?
Henry, you insensitive shit. You don't think I know he'd be alive if it weren't for me?
Hey.
And I fucking know it's my fault. I'll never forget that it's on me.
Oh, God, what have I just done? I didn't mean to blame you, Delilah. I was just saying if you'd told someone he was out there... Yeah, Brian would have got into a bit of trouble for being there, but Ned would have got a lot of trouble for bringing his son with him, and this wouldn't have happened. Oh, we're packing up. I'm packing up. Are we... Oh, she said we were going soon, didn't she? Plane. Can't see it. Heard it.
You see that plane?
No, it's too smoky.
No, I was just busy packing up.
Yeah.
Well, there's gonna be a lot more. The service says this thing is 2% contained.
What, is this the June
2%?
fire or the site fire? Or...
Well, the two fires merged into one unmitigated disaster. They're renaming it after my lookout. You about packed up?
Should
Yeah.
we talk for a sec, about things?
About what?
About how all of this is connected. How is it all connected?
About how all this stuff is connected. The surveillance, the Goodwins, Brian's death.
Look, I don't know what to say, okay? It's like the universe cooked up the cruelest thing to have happen. Does it connect to everything else? I don't know. I don't know if I even want to.
Of course you do. There's got to be a reason.
Does there?
Maybe. Maybe not. I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Well, fuck. For starters, I guess you could find the source of that signal.
Holy crap. Yeah. Oh my God.
We don't know what it is. It could be nothing.
Yeah, it could also be whoever was listening to us, whoever made the tape.
Okay. Yeah, look, you should pack up everything you need in case we get the call and you can't come back.
All right, look, if something happens...
I'll remember you.
Oh, thanks. I was hoping you'd have a
I was
plan.
hoping you'd have a backup.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I'm probably gonna move to Canada. Ontario, maybe.
No, I meant if something happens to me.
Right, if you don't find out who made the tape and I have to hit the road.
Forget it.
Be safe, Henry.
Well, thanks. This isn't going well, you two. This relationship of yours. I hope you noticed I was packing my bags there. Open the door, Henry. We're going outside to find this signal. Oh, look at this now. We can kind of hear the fire as well as see the effects. Burning embers floating past. Henry, we need to get the heck out of here, but first we need to follow this signal. Those gas canisters are going to go boom once this fire gets anywhere near us. I don't want to fall out with Delilah. I now believe her. I don't think she's had anything to do with this at all. The beeper is telling me to go west. If I go west, I'm heading toward cache 306 again. Alright, come on. We're going this way. Let's go. Okay, check the map again. Where are we? Roughly heading west. That's okay. We'll keep roughly heading west. Put those down for a second. Jog. So the person... Right, okay, look. So the person who... All this surveillance stuff is a red herring, isn't it? It has to be. Someone was keeping tabs on us. Why were they keeping tabs on us? Because they wanted to know what we were doing, where we were going, and whether we were going to find Brian Goodwin's body in that cave. Is that it? Is that what this is about? Is this why we've been being watched and listened to and followed? Did I get thwacked on the back of the head because I found some of whoever it was is stuff that they'd been keeping about me? I really should be looking at my map. Where am I now? Alright, okay. Let's get the tracker back on course. This way. It's definitely this way. I don't think I can go down there unless I can find a drop-off point or something. Maybe I need to go back under. No, maybe I need to go further this way. It's not here. It's not here, Henry. So if they were keeping records about myself and Delilah, it was to observe us to make sure we didn't do anything we shouldn't. And all this business about trying to frighten us was to get us to leave the park so we didn't find out what had happened to Brian Goodwin. Is that it? Is that even close? But, I mean, if this was an accident, why would anybody go to such elaborate means just to cover it up and to hide it? And if it was... I mean, Delilah said this was some time ago. Brian Goodwin's body was half decomposed in that cave. I think we're going the right way. I think we're going the right way. So, Delilah said she didn't know what had happened to the Goodwins, both of them. We now know what happened to Brian Goodwin. What happened to Ned? Is Ned the one with the torch? Is he the one who was stalking me down at the lake? Is Ned the one who hit me on the back of the head? What's going on? Put that down. Reply.
I think I'm getting close.
Yeah, we are.
Alright, well, I just got word that they are coming to get us. My place.
You sound worried.
No, it's just...
Brian?
I'll coordinate with the evac team and let you know when to head towards the tram. It's north. Far. you found that cut back in May. There's an emergency tram out there that will let you hike to the rendezvous point at my lookout.
Okay, I understand this. Got it. Thank you, Delilah. I'm following the wave receiver, I think. It's taking me a long, long way down here. Alright, it looks like we've got to go down this way. Let's rappel. Go. So that means whoever's trying to cover this up must have had a key to get into the research station to leave the folder on the desk. That was clever. And they must also, their radio would have helped them to know when the research station wasn't manned. So they would know when they could get in there safely to leave the folder. So the folder was meant to be found. Somebody wanted me to know. I was right about that. That they were watching and recording us and following us and all that business. That was real. We've got to go down here, I think. I'm pretty sure. I better check, because, you know, I'm ever conscious here of the fact that Delilah, it's sending me down towards campfire smoke. Is that what it's doing? What? Are you sure about this game? I don't want to run out of time for getting back to that helicopter that's coming for us. God, Henry, you're made of sterner stuff, aren't you? He's going to get to the bottom of this. Oh, he just did. There's another helicopter. What just happened? The beeper's gone dead on me. I think I'm going the wrong way. I'm sure I'm going the wrong way. Let's run the wrong way. Maybe then we can run the right way. Oh no, man, this has got to be the wrong way. Hang on, no, we're not that far off. We're not that far off. Go this way. All that run along the bottom of there was a waste of time, wasn't it? I've just used up some precious time there. Heck. No, it's up there. It's not down here. It's definitely up there. Go back up. Henry, climb it. Climb, Henry. Here we go. The effort's getting to him. I'm breathing all this smoke and it can't be good for him. Right, I think I'm getting somewhere in my head with this now. The only questions I haven't answered so far about Brian Goodwin's death are, was it accidental or was it on purpose? Why would somebody deliberately kill Brian Goodwin? And who did it? Was it his father? Why would Ned Goodwin kill his own son? Look, this ain't making any sense. We're nearly there. I should have done this before. I should have just followed the wave receiver. Bingo. What? Someone's left a cassette tape for me? I wish I brought my cassette player with me. Oh, I did.
Yeah, hi, Henry. Hey, you better find this before it burns up.
It's Ned.
Each other a lot of headaches. Now I gotta go stake out a site that's as fit for living as the one you're about to find. You'll get it when you see it. You can't blame me for keeping an eye on you. Not
3.
Cozy. Winters are harsh as hell, and I ran out of books. But I got that antenna rigged up, and Delilah, she's a record you don't gotta flip. I kinda get why Brian took to her.
Yes.
About a week ago, I stopped worrying about you finding anything out, and that's right when everything went shithouse with you two.
Yes, of course. Ned, keep speaking.
You guys don't know anything about having kids. All right, nobody knows nothing. It ain't Andy and Opie walking down the lake to fish every afternoon. It ain't Mayberry. But you gotta know I didn't kill him. All right, we were climbing. I was teaching him. Brian was uneducated in the way to do anything. He just fucking didn't sink his anchor the right way. You know, I thought about going back, having to answer questions, and having to get him put in the ground, and I didn't see the point.
Oh, Ned.
Don't come looking for me. Sorry about your wife.
Why, where are you going? Report it.
We found the surveillance operation.
We did. It was Ned Goodwin.
Okay, what does that mean? What is it?
It was Ned Goodwin. He was the one listening to us. Just him.
Ned Goodwin. He made the tape?
Yes, he did.
He's gone deeper into the Shoshone. He doesn't want anyone to know he's out here.
We're never going to find him.
Because he killed Brian. Because he killed his fucking son. You need to get back here. They say the helicopters are making rounds.
Okay.
Sure. Hike north to Thoroughfare Lookout for evacuation. Right, so yes, it was Ned Goodwin. He went hiking and camping and climbing with his son, as well as being a lookout in the watchtower, probably after he'd finished or whatever. There's an incident, I'm not sure which you'd call it. Knowing now that his son had hidden those pitons, it sounds like Ned still insisted on them carrying on and doing the climbing thing, you know, the outdoors stuff that he brought his son out there to do, which his son wasn't suited for, let's be honest. He didn't have any interest in it, didn't want to be there, particularly doing that sort of stuff. And then he's blaming his son. He's blaming his son for not anchoring his rope properly. After his father's insisted they carry on doing it, knowing that they haven't got the correct equipment now to do it properly and safely. Oh, hello. Oh, you'll know it when you find it. Yes. Oh, this is where Ned was hanging out. Oh, man. Oh, well. Oh, this is where they were both hanging out, was it? For a time. Oh, maybe not, no. I'm just confused by the fact he's got the Wizards and Wyverns role-playing book. Report it.
He held on to some of Brian's things. His Wizards and Wyverns.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he found it riveting.
Sure he did. Father's Day card.
God.
Mm.
Nothing. Just some of Brian's stuff.
Even though he was finding his father insensitive and all the rest of it, he gave him a Father's Day card.
He's a nice-looking kid.
Is he? Yeah, he doesn't look anything like his father, I would have to say. Do you know what? We're going to keep that. We're going to keep it, game. Thank you. Not so much the Father's Day card. You know, there's a level, isn't there, for this thing? We have an old battery. We have a sleeping bag from the teens' campsite. Ah! It was Ned. It was Ned who shredded the girls' tent to try and scare them out of the park, because he didn't want them finding anything in the cave. Anyone who got too close. Anyone who got too close. And this is his list of things, supplies, winter needs, 1989. Whoa. Cord, firewood, food, jackets, blankets, matches, books, batteries for power, socks, new books, duct tape, try elk skin. Was Ned the person who killed the elk? And then he's got a summer weight gain. We'll have that. We'll keep that. It's evidential. I'm going to start off down this side now. Lots of cans of food. Camp stove. Hello?
He wrote down everything he did to us. And everything he did every day. He was scared shitless.
I bet.
How to break into a PT station. Are we found a loose entrance thing? He knew what time the staff were coming back. He had been monitoring their radio transmissions. Erase H&D evidence, leave no trace. Leave no trace. He burned the camp down. He burned down the PT station. After Henry had seen, after I'd seen what he wanted, no way, that's coming with me. After we'd seen what he wanted us to, I'd reported it.
Goodwin was the one who wrote the reports I found at the site.
Yeah, these are his draft copies. These are his draft copies of the stuff he made up. I mean, yeah, it is an observation report, actually, isn't it? Yeah, I'm keeping that too. Is there some more of this stuff? There is as well. More. It is literally, look at this, observational traits, guilty. And then he typed a rude word because presumably he'd made a mistake. Yeah, I'm guessing. Yeah, I was going to say, if there's one about me, there's got to be one about Delilah. These are his rough copies. These are his mistakes. These were his drafts. Really? It's a coffee percolator. Can I pick it up because there's something under it? Is that what you're saying? No, I'm getting suspicious now. Just throw it away. What else did he have down here? He had a workbench.
You should see some of the stuff he was working on. I guess he had a lot of time on his hands.
I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. I don't know what you want me to say. We're in the middle of a fire that is at 22,000
Oh, that's a good point.
growing fast.
It's gonna burn all of this up.
Yeah, and me too.
Well, take a picture if you're so keen to remember it.
That
You're not?
I don't know.
is an excellent idea. I'm going to take a few. I'm going to take a few pictures of this. You know, why not? I think we need this for evidence. If this is all going to be destroyed, then let's document it. I've still got 11 shots left. That's enough of a picture of me with the bear that's going to eat me.
He was rigging up stolen batteries to keep his stuff going.
Yes, of course he was. Of course he was. Batteries were on his list. Right, so, do you know, this is good. I wanted answers, and it's tying up some loose ends. Beer can. This is the same brand of beer that was at the place where the wire was cut. He framed the teenagers for cutting the wire. And it was him, it was Ned who cut the wire because he didn't want any communication getting out in case we found Brian's body. Of course it was. We don't need to keep the beer can. And he's got a radio.
He's got a radio base station up here. He was listening to us on that.
And he's keeping radio logs. Of course he is. This is how he kept tabs. This is how he knew where we were going to be. Oh yeah, you betcha. You betcha I'm having a picture of this. Thank you. Goodwin's view.
He had quite the view.
Delilah, why aren't you talking to me? Delilah? Where's she gone? Right, look, we've done it. We've gathered information here. That's all we need. That's everything. I think we get the heck out of here, Henry. Hang on. Wait a second. What's this? It's another one. It's another report on me. And we'll keep that. And what was that? Oh, it's the coffee percolator, which I dropped. That's staying there. Teen magazines. I think we've seen everything. I think we don't need his socks. The socks not important. Henry, get out of there. Right, where was I meant to be going? Map. Map me quickly. Hike north to Thoroughfare Lookout for evacuation. I've got 2 possible routes. I can go presumably that way and that way. Is that right? Oh, this is a long way, map. It's north. I've got to go north, so at least having the tracker is somewhat helpful. I don't need to go that way. I don't need to go that way. Right, put it down. Let's try and find a way out of this bit. Ooh, look at that fire raging in the distance over there. That could be me soon. I need to go north. I need some map help here. I need... Is this facing north? It must be roughly north. It's west. Oh, crikey blimey. How on earth? Oh, I see. Right, so... I don't know how we're going to do this. I do know how we're going to do this. We're going to go down here. Put those things down. Grab that. We're going to go down here. Repel, repel, repel. Repel for your life, Henry. All that information locked up in your head. Ned Goodwin's disappeared into the Shoshone, and I doubt he'll be found because he's lived up here for 3 years with no one finding him. He seems to be a fair expert in hiding. There'll be nothing left of his son's body because it will have been destroyed by this here fire that's coming. It is coming. Where am I now? Well, at least I'm kind of facing the right way, it looks. Yeah, and I probably need to go all the way along there and go up Thunder Canyon. Right, so it's a left turn. We're going this way. Run fast. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Man, help. Let's go back up there a second. I just need to get my bearings. Map bearings, please. Yes, that's correct. We are going the right way. We need to go this way. Put your things down. We need to jump down here. We need to jump down here. Put your things away. I keep telling you to put your things away. Jump. Jump, Henry. Henry, jump. What's the matter with you? Good. Well done. And then we needed to go... Which way was it? Map. Which way was it? Right. That's right. It's the pressure of the forest fire. It's getting to me. Right, we can go faster now. So what haven't we sorted out? We know where the girls are. They're in jail.
I know I should be relieved. Relieved that there's no evidence of us starting that fire. Relieved that we're not crazy. That there wasn't some conspiracy. But I'm not.
No, I'm not either.
He was a sweet kid. With a shitty father who hid out here like a coward after dumping him in a hole. Yeah, I will reply to that. Put that down quickly. I think Ned loved him. I wish you were as mad as I am. I wish I had a minute with Ned and a .357 Magnum.
Hey, come on, you can't say that.
Sorry. God, it would have been so easy to tell the truth and have him sent home.
Yes, it would.
I can't stop thinking about it.
The fact he's concealed it is the horrible thing. It'll be okay.
You'll let it go, and it'll be okay. It'll haunt you for a while.
It's haunting me.
Eventually, you'll look back, and you'll be far enough away to forgive yourself.
Justify to myself, maybe.
Yeah, well, that's better than nothing.
And he'll still be down there in that cave.
Well, that's
if
the
I say anything, they're gonna ask me about Ned.
Fire doesn't get to him. Delilah's genuinely upset.
Oh, fuck.
Is that a helicopter?
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, it's her.
No, there's one more. Yes, here, yeah.
Oh my god, I've missed the helicopter. Oh no. No!
Okay, 1 second.
Don't leave me in the park.
Hey, they're here, but they're making rounds. They'll come back. I think I'm gonna go with them.
Oh, that's a good idea. What if they don't come back?
D, what if they don't come back for me?
They'll come back. That's their job.
Just what if we missed something about, something, I don't know.
I don't think we did.
You're tired. There's nothing big going on. They'll come back for you.
Just wait.
I'm gonna go.
Oh.
If you have to.
He's never going to meet her.
I'm safe.
Oh, darn it, game. The one thing I wanted was for Henry to meet Delilah. Alright, I am seriously going to have to start using my map now because I've been running down this canyon for so long. It feels like 1,000 years. Where am I? Yes. Now is the time to go exactly the way I'm facing. Put that thing down, hop over this and run like heck. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. There's no conspiracy here. There's no government cover-up. This is one man who took his son out into the wilderness and a dreadful thing happened. I think it was an accident, but I think Ned is culpable because of the way he semi-forced his son to do these activities when he didn't want to. And you could argue, I suppose, that poor Brian contributed to his own demise by hiding the pitons, taking them. I mean, if he'd owned up to his father what he'd done, then his father might not have insisted on them going. He might have realised just how dreadful poor Brian found all this outdoorsy stuff that his father was insisting he did. We're still on the right path. We can take either of these. It doesn't really matter. We've just got to basically keep going north. So I'm going to put that down because I can move faster. We're heading northeast at the moment, so we could I beg your pardon. Thoroughfare. That's the one I want. That's the one I want. In a strictly non-Olivia Newton-John and John Travolta way. Oh man, have I gone the wrong way? Back. I think that was Klingon. It sounds like it should be Klingon. Dak. I don't read it. It means I'm lost and I've gone the wrong way, is what it means. Yeah. You want me to hop over this? I'll hop over it. There's another one. That's the sun over there. That can't be north. Unless this game's compass is a bit skewed. Henry, let's consult the map. Where are we? We're heading roughly the right direction. We can stay on this one. It will do the job. Actually, this is quite slightly quicker than going to the left. Alright, put it down. Let's go. So the unresolved is Mitch Michaels. There's no explanation of Mitch Michaels. Maybe he is one of those people, those randoms who just go missing in the mountains, in the hills. Something did happen to him. And it's not connected to any of this. And the teens were just mischievous teens. That's all they were. They're lucky they got out of this place, actually. They're lucky they didn't get walloped on the head or worse, like happened to me. Okay. This doesn't look promising. Let me just... You have to kind of go a little bit in the direction you're facing before the map will tell you that you've somehow gone completely off the path. Turn round. God, I'm going to miss this helicopter. I know I'm going to miss this helicopter. I just got this sinking feeling. Right, where was the place? The last place I knew where I was down here. This is definitely on the path, isn't it? Yes. But I'm facing the wrong way. I need to be following the path this way. Am I now going the right way? I think I am. Check the map. That's it, we're back on it. Put those down, let's run. Every time I run, I get lost. I do something wrong, and it all goes... I mean, look at this. Where are you supposed to go here? This way? I don't know. Does it matter? If it's in the right general direction. I should be able to see her lookout soon, shouldn't I? Shouldn't I? Oh. Which way am I facing now, map? I've gone correctly right. Sort of. Just keep going this way, follow it round, come to cache 102. I know where this is! I've been here before, the cache on top of the hill. This one here, the box there. Yes, I know where that is. Good. In a kind of way. So I'm guessing it's this way then. Map. No, it's not. I've got to go to cache 102 and drop down. Do you know what I have got? Memory failure. Complete memory failure. Oh, I think I've got to do this, haven't I? Yep, no choice. Drop. We ain't coming back this way. Let's keep moving. Check your map again. It's getting more dense, this fire. It's getting harder to see. Right, now you've got to be careful here, Henry. The path loops round to your right, not your left. This is it. Let's go. Oh boy, these long drops down. There is no turning back. There is no turning back. Yeah, we've been here before. We know this. This is the broken telegraph wire on the top of the hill. Now, if memory serves me, I spent ages looking up here before I found this. There's a drop off round this corner, isn't there? I'm sounding very precisely like I know what I'm doing. There it is. Right, check the map now. Wow. Do you know, I'm going to get my map badge here, aren't I? It's only taken me the entire game. This is really sad. You see, I wonder, why is it that Ned felt the need to join the Firewatch service, the park service in the first place? What was he escaping from? It said he'd been in the army. Was it some sort of experience he had there? I don't think we'll ever know, will we? And we'll never know anything if I go, what? That's not a long drop down, that's a precipice. Really? Really, game, have I got to go over the top of there? Yes, I have, and then I've got to turn to my right. Put that down. Long drop. Whoa! Ooh, that was a long way down. Yes, we've been here before. We know where we're going. I know what we're going to do. We're going to use the cable car. We're going to use the cable car that I said we couldn't use because I thought it was when I was in suspicious mode and thought Delilah was trying to kill me. I had that labelled. There's the box. There'll be nothing in it. It's up here, isn't it? It was up this here hill and round the corner. It's funny how I can remember some bits of the map and not others. I could get lost 50 yards away from my own lookout tower, and yet... What was that? What was that? There it is. There's Delilah's tower. Hello, Delilah. Yes! I'm saved. I'm not going to die. I found the cable car.
Hey, I'm at the evac spot near the ravine. Delilah, are you there?
Delilah?
Delilah?
Is she gone already? Get in, Henry. Get in the thing. Whoa. Whoa. This is fairly amazing. It's hand operated. He's pulling himself across. What a fantastic story. That's just amazing. That is just amazing. I'm guessing we... do they know I'm at your lookout tower, do they? I'm hoping. This is where I find out Delilah's not real and the whole thing was a dream. What? You want to use the toilet? Oh God, no. Have a good time. Have a good time. Oh, Delilah. You know, this is an incredibly sad story because of what happened to Henry with his wife and with Julia. And the fact that she isn't her anymore, she isn't Julia, not his Julia. Or rather, I should say, he's to her not the same person, if you see what I mean, and never will be again. It's a chapter of his life that's kind of ended. This is Delilah's pad, isn't it? I think we ought to just do a little investigating of this. Well, she's neater than I am, I'll give her that, although she didn't wash up for the last time she had food. Why would she? I'm not picking up her dish soap, and she's got an awful lot of crockery for a person who lives on their own. And fire danger rating on there. She's got an awful lot more paperwork than I've got, and some tequila. And there's a drawing by Delilah as well. I'm not keeping the tequila. Can I look at the drawing, please? Please, can I look at the drawing? I can. Hang on, I've just got to get this in the right place to pick it up and examine it. And it's me! That time she drew me. What we know. 1, he's white. 2, he wears shorts. Hey, she got the hairy legs right. Do you remember when he was sitting with his feet up? Oh, we're keeping that. That's a souvenir. Peanut butter, apple. Oh, she eats Biff peanut butter as well. Radio headset. We need to use the radio, presumably. 1001 crosswords. Has she been doing crosswords? Put them down. Put it down, Henry. Bed. And her book that she's been reading is Lucian's Gambit. Book 16 of the Chronicles of Crindle. Wow. Once she gets her hooks into an author, she don't let go. And that's something that we need to worry about. So, it's going to be a radio headset, I think. Unless there's something dangling from the roof. Pick it up, let's use it. We're equipped.
Hello? Is anybody there?
Of course they are.
Hi. Yeah, it's me. I'm back at the staging area near the trailhead. I think I see your truck.
Describe it.
Colorado plates?
Yeah. It's a piece of shit.
You should have told her to tell you what it was that it looks like. Tease.
Better than whatever you drive. What?
Oh, wait for it.
A piece of shit.
Well, there you go.
Although I think there's a raccoon living in yours.
Really?
Make sure he's comfy, I guess.
Hey, it shouldn't take long for the helicopter to reach you.
Good, because I want to get out of this place.
There's a debrief in a situation like this. Lots of questions.
Oh, really?
Shit. So, taking stock, we found out an old lookout killed his only son and decided to become a lonely hermit.
Killed him?
Yes.
Kind of
And
killed
we
him.
prevented one fire.
Basically started another.
Okay, so that's a wash.
Leave that out.
I'll have to figure out what I'm doing every summer from now on that isn't this.
You're not coming back?
No. And you'll have to... I don't know.
After what?
Yeah, me neither. I don't know what's next.
No, what are you going to do, Henry, now?
Tell you what, why don't you choose for me and I'll choose for you?
All right, sure. Maybe.
This is going to be really difficult. I think, as a friend, he'd like her to come to Boulder with him.
Maybe you could come back to Boulder with me and figure it out down there. Just a thought.
You don't want me down there.
Well, I just asked you.
Look, I've got some things to do in Casper, and maybe I'll head south sometime after that. I could come by, sure.
Okay.
So, what about me?
Yes.
I think you should go to Julia.
I agree. Go and see her.
And figure it out.
Yeah.
Maybe put that typewriter to good use. Give
Yeah.
me a sexy accent or something if you write about this.
Yeah.
Don't write about this, Henry.
You gotta go see her.
Yes, he has. I'm going to go see her. Let's ask if she would.
Would you?
Henry, Look, you came out to put your memories behind you, and they're still right there in front of you.
That's true. He will go and see her. She won't recognise him. Let's do the she won't... Oh! Game!
Okay, well, yeah, they'll land back where you hiked up. Good luck, Henry.
You too.
You too. Good luck.
No. Henry, you keep it for yourself, okay? Bye,
What?
Hank.
What does that mean? What did that mean? There's a helicopter outside. Henry, there's a helicopter. That's it. I think we're going. I don't think we're staying to look at the dish soap. We're not stoking the boiler. And the slippers can stay there for whoever the next incumbent of this tower is. Open the door. Whoa. Seriously impressive now, this fire. Everything's got a golden, yellowy look to it. And it literally is like staring into nothingness. Look at it. I'm in awe of the people who can do this sort of stuff. The coding, the conceptual artwork, the realization work, the environmental artwork. Right down to the people who debug it and all the rest. It's just astonishing, isn't it? Where's my helicopter? There it is. I'm going down there. Do I need the toilet before I go? No, I'll be alright. I'll cross my legs. Oh, God. I can't believe this. Run. Henry can't run. Oh, he can run. Get me out of here. Oh, and his wedding ring there, look. That was cute. Showing the ring on his finger just as he got into the helicopter. Firewatch trophy earned. We've finished. We've reached the end. Alright, I just hit the table with my controller as I'm putting it down. I'm going to turn this off and I'll come back to you with some final thoughts in a minute or two. Back in a sec. So that was Firewatch. What a storyline. There was so much misdirection going on. At times I could not believe what I was seeing or hearing. There were so many fragments of evidence to connect and piece together and seemingly make sense of, only for them to then fall apart again before your eyes. At times I wanted to shout at myself, or Delilah, or both of us, for the lack of transparency between us, for the clever verbal fencing we were doing, rather than saying what we really meant and thought. And I think that played into Ned's hands. He knew exactly why both of us were out there. He knew a lot about Delilah already, which he incorporated into the dossier that he did, which spooked her, exactly what he wanted it to do. He knew also that I was a newbie and that I was tentative and inexperienced and feeling the isolation and wondering, is this the sort of thing that's supposed to happen out here? And it all worked towards his aim. He wanted to scare us. He wanted to frighten us out of the park. And I think, he almost achieved it. We came within an inch at times of packing up our belongings and skedaddling, just getting out of there, as did the teenage girls. He managed to scare them out of the park. Did Ned initially intend me to find the backpack, the key, get trapped in the cave and die in there? rather than being able to escape and report what I would find. He knew I would find Brian's body down there. I think maybe, but once I did get a way out of the cave and he heard the conversation between Delilah and myself about finding Brian's body, he realised I wasn't going to give up. Delilah and I were not going to be frightened away, and he had a kind of change of heart. I think the burden of hiding out for 3 years with this dreadful secret that he was keeping just became too much, and now he was almost glad that someone had found Brian's body and that the story was out. He could tell his side of it, and we only have his word for what happened, the tape explaining what happened to his son, and he directed me to his hideout too. He wanted all of it to be exposed and above board. Having said that, I don't think Ned was going to then surrender himself to the authorities to be quizzed. He's gone. He's off into the Shoshone, somewhere in the deep, dark forests. His army background, the fact he's successfully hidden out for 3 years, suggests to me that if he doesn't want to be found, he will not be found. I also think it's good for Delilah and I that I've got those documents, the photographs I took, and of course it's possible Brian's body will survive the fire, and that will be evidential too. Because we need to kind of clear ourselves. Ned's taped account will help with this too. We need to share all this with the police, and it should be enough to convince them that we are the ones who have been caught up in this, not the wrongdoers ourselves in any way. Having said that, even if we are mostly blameless, I think there is some guilt. Delilah's feeling it for not telling Ned that he couldn't keep Brian with him when Ned arrived to do the job and she discovered he'd brought his son along too. She really should have stuck by the regulations, which I suppose are there to prevent just this sort of thing happening. The isolation causing problems, the dangers that are out there creating issues. It's not meant to be a place for kids in that situation. She tolerated it, she hid it out of kindness towards Brian, because she saw what was going on between Ned and Brian and realised they were all they got, each other. And then, of course, it all went wrong. And now Delilah's act of kindness has contributed to Brian's death. And she knows that for a fact. And she's got to live with that. As for me, Henry, I would like to think that I would go off to see Julia. She's the woman I love. She's changed. No fault of anybody's. It's just one of those crappy things that life throws at you sometimes. I don't know whether there'll be an end to their relationship while she's still alive, or whether it will be after she's died, that he'll move on. I can't ever see Julia returning to the United States from Australia. I don't think her family would let her do that, for one thing. And nor can I see me, Henry, going to live in Australia. I think I would visit for periods of time, from time to time, but I'd like to think Henry would not be doing this out of a sense of duty, because, he thinks people around him will expect him to do this. I don't think I'd like to imagine he does it because it's the in sickness and in health thing even. I'd like to think he did it out of love and memories of the times they had together. Would Henry and Delilah have some sort of future together? It would be interesting to think they might, but I don't think so. Not romantically anyway. Not yet. And I say that because Delilah has this guilt, and I think having Henry around in her life would be a constant reminder of the situation they'd lived through. Yes, they experienced a lot together, but she needs to move on and to try and put behind her what happened, and especially the guilt about Brian's death. And with Henry constantly in her life, she's always going to have these memories brought back up. I think they should meet as friends. I think that would be good. They can work out some stuff between them. They need to debrief themselves, if you like. I think they need to bury some ghosts so they can both try to move on. And who knows what might happen over time. It is possible, I suppose, that they could reunite, maybe in a year or three's time. So that was Firewatch. That's my take on the ending of it. I hope you think it's worth listening to. One thing I would say is worth doing is playing this game. If you haven't played it, get it, play it. I don't think I saw anywhere near all the evidential things that were meant to be found in that game. And there were lots of times when you could go off exploring, and I sort of made myself stick mostly to the trodden path because I wanted the storyline to progress for your sake and mine. But I think I know I will be replaying this game because I'll want to go into places I didn't and find stuff that I know I missed. There must be lots of other stuff out there to be found which will flesh out the story even more. And you know what else? I'm not even sure that the ending I had is the only ending. I know nothing about the game. I deliberately do this. I've told you this before. I don't look into it in great detail. So I'm not even clear whether there's one ending, multiple endings, whether we both get out of the park, whether we don't get out of the park. These are things I want to find out, and I think there'll be things you want to find out too. So I heartily recommend Firewatch to you if you haven't played it. It's a smashing game. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed my playthrough, and I'll be back with a new game soon. Bye.